got more breaking news now, because there have now been at least 200 arrests made at that protest in support of the proscribed terror group Palestine Action, including the former Guantanamo Bay detainee Mozam Beg. But demonstrators have said that they're simply opposing what they describe as a genocide.
They're the opposite of a terrorist group. They're trying to stop terrorism. That's what they are. They're trying to prevent civilians from being massacred.
Right, let's go back to our reporter on the ground, Dougie Beattie. Now, Dougie, in Westminster, last time we spoke to you, you said there was something of a ring of steel taking place with the TSG, the elite support group from the Met Police, and it seems also City of London Police helping out the Met there. What's the latest? This protest seems to still be going on well past its deadline.
Charlie, and actually if you just scan around there you can see the Metropolitan TSG, and then as you come up here you can see the City of Police, London Police, forming that very textbook line of one facing one way, one the other way, so each watches the other one's back. And what that's for is so as they can make arrests like this one here, and this is a pensioner that's being arrested, and it means that nobody can interfere with them as they bring these arrests out. So ordinary constables going in, making the arrests, and then what's happening is the TSG is making sure that nobody comes in from the sides and interferes with the arrest. But as that amount of people in the middle that are getting arrested gets smaller and smaller, we'll just get out of the road here, Charlie, because we're going to bring this arrest out. As they get smaller and smaller, the police are pushing more and more resources into that area to try and clear the area. It should have been cleared around about an hour ago. From the people of the police that I have spoke to here, officers in the police, they're telling me it could be 5:30 this evening before they actually get the green here behind us cleared. So you can see there's a lot of activity. Pensioners getting arrested, along with students in the middle. And then what you're seeing is lots of Palestinians and younger people on the outside, really making it awkward for the police to sort of finalise those arrests and bring them in. So really, it is still all kicking off here, but it should be over possibly by about 5:30.
Now, Dougie, we're hearing from the Met Police that they're taking these people who've been arrested to prisoner processing points. If they've got details, then they're bailed with conditions to not come back to a protest. But those who haven't got any details are being held in custody. The Met also saying that there were 4 further arrests for assaults on police officers. Have you seen that sort of violence between these protesters and the Met, and also the City of London Police in Westminster today?
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private internet access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private internet access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
yes, I have seen some of younger people getting involved as those arrests are being made. I mean, you can see this is quite lively coming out now. It's another arrest coming out, and that is the City of London Police, along with the Met Police, taking them out, TSG. And a lot of these people actually have their phone numbers written on their arms so as they have the details on them. But Charlie, as I keep on saying, I fully support the right to protest. It is in our Bill of Rights. It's been there since 1688. But once you support a prescribed organisation, it brings in so many troubles for you later in life. And it is up to these young people to realise that, and realise it quickly. It could affect mortgages, it could affect visas, it could affect your ability to get a job later on in life. And most of these people that are students here are only leaving university, and they might have actually, by taking part in this today, cost themselves a lot of problems later on in life. And to watch this in the middle with the younger people and the older people, and then you watch this crowd on the outside trying to almost rile it up, trying to take rise to what's going on with drums, etc. Well, that really is quite sad to see what's going on there. And you can see these people here now sitting ready, waiting to be arrested and taken out in order to maximise the problems with the jail cells in London over the next couple of days. So, I mean, and you can hear the abuse that we're getting from in here about BNGB News. So nobody wants to talk to us here because they don't want to ask, they don't want to answer the difficult questions.
Well, Dougie, I've got a question for you, because Defend Our Juries, the protest organisers, they have said that the Met have only managed to arrest a fraction of the 700 people there or so. But the Met Police have said that's simply not true. I see you getting a bit of a grief here, so let me know if you can't come back to me. But Dougie, I trust your eyes more than most. Have they arrested a significant portion of those attending? And by all means, if there's any dramas there, let me know and we'll come away from you.
Okay, no, they have arrested a significant number, and there is some people that have been interfering with the police that have been arrested while they were interfering with those arrests that was coming on. And I mean, this man here, for example, he doesn't want to talk about what's wrong. He just wants to criticise and get in the road off. So I mean, that's how we're going today. It is quite angry in here for us, but we are the People's Channel. We try to tell both sides of what's going on, and we will continue to be here.
Thank you very much, Dougie Beattie, a reporter who is not easily menaced or messed with. Thanks so much for that report from Westminster. Hopefully we can come back to you shortly. Well, now, joining me to discuss what's been going on in Westminster today is the former Labour aide Stella Chantakidou and the political commentator Chris Worrell. Now, I'm going to start with you, Stella, because this is a pretty embarrassing moment for Yvette Cooper, for the Home Secretary, because the police have managed to arrest a group of those protesters there, haven't they? But the spokesperson for Defend Our Juries, the group that's organising the protests, say that they've only been able to arrest a fraction of those supposedly committing terrorism offences. That's their statement. They say it's a major embarrassment for Yvette Cooper and it's undermining the credibility of this widely ridiculed law. Do you agree?
I don't know whether it's an embarrassment for Yvette Cooper or it just shows that some of our laws are just a bit outdated and counterproductive.
Well, who's in charge of those laws, Stella? Come on, Yvette Cooper's been championing this proscription of Palestine action.
I do think that this was a misguided move from her part. I don't understand. I don't understand what the point of this, unless it is that they want perhaps to show that they're being fair and that they are being just as harsh on the left as they're being on the right. Sadly, I just simply don't think that the government finances should be put towards that. We have so many problems. Why are we wasting our resources on these?
Well, Chris, Stella says it's a waste of resources. I know you were crunching some numbers earlier in the hour on the cost of all this, but a lot of people defending this action will say that Palestine Action is a dangerous group. It has been involved in sabotage and attacks on factories in the past, where there have been convictions in those cases. What do you make of this? Over 150 arrests. And the live pictures we're seeing now in Westminster, people gathering, still chanting in support of the group as the police leave.
Well, I mean, we've had these sort of protests from the pro-Palestine lot for a number of, months now, and they seem to be waved in, singing and dancing with, globalised intifada sort of narratives and, chanting all sorts of things. And, they've ramped up and up and up their attacks on not just the British state, but businesses as well. And it's got to the point where you've got to be prescribed. And if you're then prescribed as a terrorist organisation, then, you can't support a terrorist organisation. You can get, some serious time for that. But it goes to sort of deeper meaning around this. If we are literally, where the police are having to deal with these kind of people going, do you know what? Why are they rallying around Palestine Action? Is there not some other pro-Palestine group that hasn't been prescribed that they can follow? I mean, there's enough of them out there.
I think to that point, they might say that there are lots of causes and lots of groups, that are a part of this cause. But one of the reasons why they might go for this group is because they see this as a particular attack on free speech, because this law goes so far, those powers might, they see it's something they have to resist.
Well, what does free speech mean when you're vandalising and breaking into places? Like, OK, he talked about Just Stop Oil and all those lot. That they would do, sit in the middle of a road, or they would, be a bit annoying and other things. But you can't be going to that extent where the state's infrastructure is at risk. And once you cross the line, you've crossed the line. There's no, no get out of jail free card unless you're,
Right, Stella, I'll come to you in a moment, but